Out of the big three, Naruto has the best character designs, and we're gonna go over why in this video. So let's look at another anime for a second. You know how in Bleach, almost every character is wearing the Shihakusho, the traditional Soul Reaper robe, and it basically doesn't leave much room for individuality unless you're wearing a captain's garb. Now obviously, the focal point of this is the head. It makes it easier to tell who's who, because you're all wearing the same thing. It's kind of like Squid Game. But especially the captains get the captain's garb, have a bit more room to stand out. And also the color white attracts the eye more compared to the black Shihakushos. Makes a contrast compared to the black Shihakushos. So even if you don't know the captains are captains, the captains stand out. And I bet you're looking at all these character designs, and you're probably wondering, how is Naruto better than this in any way? Well, it's because of its uniformity. Every ninja wears a headband. From the 5 villages to literal rogue ninja, all of them wear headbands except for like samurai. In the universe, it's important identification. And obviously, you know that not all characters place it on their head like they should, which gives room for expression. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe. I have 819 right now, but you can make it 820. The way you do character designs where everybody has to be wearing somewhat of the same thing is that you make them all wear it and you basically give them all their own flavor. Like they really just vandalize your outfit according to your personality. Now let's look at JoJo's Part 4, where our main 3 characters all wear school uniforms, and yet they all find a way to make them look exciting and unique from one another, yet they're all wearing the same thing. This is Koichi. He's wearing the default outfit. He's supposed to be like a nice guy type of character if you haven't watched JoJo before, and he is also a new student at the beginning of Part 4, which explains why he has nowhere near as much glam as Josuke and Okuyasu. His outfit looks like a completely different suit from Koichi's, but in reality, students 1 grade upwards get a blue uniform. Josuke added 2 massive pendants of peace and love, and he opened the chest, showing the yellow shirt underneath. He also has an anchor pin on his collar because Morio is a seafaring town, while on the other side there are more hearts. Now, Okuyasu definitely has a completely different outfit, with different money signs all over. Billion on the arm, American dollars on the chest, and dollars and yen on the collar. And these outfits may seem different, but the only real difference is that they added pins, opened their coat a little bit, add these massive golden pins, opened their shirt a little bit, and that's basically it. And all 3 wear the bracelets, which means it's just part of the uniform. Now, the reason why Naruto does character design the best is because it's tied into the actual story. It eases into them. It eases into new ones being shown. At the beginning of Naruto, it's Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. These are literally 3 perfect designs for the early stage of Naruto. We know Naruto and Sasuke arrived, so their designs have them wearing their headbands in the same place. Orange also stands out when it's put against blue. The color of the headband and the color of Sasuke. A little bit of blue on Naruto, just so that he can stand out even when he's alone. But then if we look over at Sakura, and we see she's wearing her headband as a hairband, which not only introduces us to the fact that not all ninjas will wear their headband on their forehead, which Sakura has a massive one, so she should be doing that. The headbands are uniform. It's what makes us remember that they're all ninjas and in the same series. Same thing with Shihakusho. Same thing with school uniform. Then we meet Kakashi. He's our example of a Jonin. He's our first real example of a Jonin, as well as Iruka Sensei. Insanely similar, and yet not. This also solidifies the notion of all Jonin wearing vests. Then we're introduced to Zabuza and Haku, which show us what another village's emblem would look like. Naruto's use of character design is all in an effort to make the audience more comfortable with certain design choices slowly, so that they can just make them more and more insane in the long run. And where this really shines is in the chunin exams, where we're dumped with a bunch of them. Ino has it on her belt. Shikamaru has it as an armband because it's probably a drag to wear it otherwise. Underwear, and then Hinata wears it around her neck, which makes her look like a sad dog. But they're all looking in shock because they're looking at the Sand siblings, if you press that button. Gaara is our first balding character right next to Sakura. Yeah, they just have a big forehead, but Gaara's is eerily more drawing than Sakura's, as his seeming makeup on his eyes and love tattoo make it stand out. It's normal to look at this part of Gaara and think it's kind of iffy, like it's kind of even bad, which I did hear some people think, but it's really just part of broadening the character designs of Naruto. And once you get used to it, which didn't really take that long, it's not even bad. Yes, it does feel kind of weird and off-putting. Just looking at him feels kind of like, looks like that early 2000s emo look, more or less. It taps into that kind of charm, while also making him look like menacing. And then there's Kankuro, who has all this crazy face paint, and he introduces us to that as well. Also, he's wearing a full black suit. dude. Every character design is a stepping stone for another character design. Look at Orochimaru's outfit. Now look at the Sound 5. They're wearing the same thing. We need to talk about the Sound Ninja. These are the drippiest characters in all of Naruto. All of it. And they're seen once and never again. It's literally such a shame. They had to be mentioned in this video. But it's really based off of uniformity. And if everything's uniform, then you're ready to break things by having contrasting characters wear the same thing, which just contrasts them more and makes them stand out even more. And it's just a great way to design characters. Bleach may have less of these character designs that stand out compared to Naruto's, but every now and then we get the Rangiku or the Kenpachi with ripped sleeves, or Byakuya with a scarf. How risky. Naruto is the worst of the big three, but people forget that it's still in the big three when someone says something like that. Notice how the samurai wear armor, and this makes it so that when Madara and Hashirama eventually enter the story, it doesn't look unnatural when they're wearing armor in a ninja world, or even using a katana, which he uses when he eventually fights against the Alliance. Or how Naruto's Sage mode looks so similar to the Sage of Six Paths, just a closed robe in a different color. This method of character design is all over Naruto, and it's one of the best things that it does. Out of the big three, I'd say it has the best OST, it has the best character designs, and just has the best art style. The most uniform characters of all is the Akatsuki. I mean, they rock it. Like, it's one of the main reasons why they have such appeal. Not to mention how cool they look, but how uniform they are. I mean, think about it. If every ninja dressed like the Sage of Six Paths, I think that'd be pretty tough as well. But the greatness of Naruto's designs is that it makes sense in universe, plus it showed me this entire side of character design that I didn't even consider, slowly accustoming its viewers to it. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I have 819 subscribers. You could be the 820th if you press that button, and that's it.